Guys, we're back with another video. So you guys can see that we're at I'm at my house and shit. So I'm just chilling and shit. Right now I was watching two mob documentaries by the Italian mob documentary. One was in Chicago and one was in New York. I was watching the Al Capone documentary and I was watching the Charles Lucky Luciano documentary. Charles Lucky Luciano controlled the heads of the five families in New York. He controlled the Gambino's families, Carlo Gambino and Myra Ricci and Frank Costello. Those are all the mob bosses he controlled. He controlled the heads of the five families in New York. He was a bootlegger, actually he was involved in prohibition, heroin trafficking. He was a heroin trafficker and a bootlegger trafficker, but then when the bootlegging stopped becoming illegal, he was a drug trafficker. He was a heroin drug trafficker, and they reported him to Cuba, and they did that at Cuba, and then he went all over the place, So you guys know the story. You guys know about the story of Al Capone. Al Capone was a bootlegger. Al Capone was involved in prohibition, illegal alcohol. He was involved in, and he was involved in he was involved in the Valentine's Day massacre and drive-bys. The weapons that the mob used to use in the 20s is that they'll use the guns that they used to use in the 20s was the Tommy gun. That was the weapon that they used to use. The Tommy gun was used in the Valentine's Day massacre. Al Capone never got arrested for that. They dropped the charges on him for that because he wasn't there. He was in Florida when that happened. He was in Miami, Florida when that happened. So they let him go and shit. He went to jail for tax evasion. Did 11 years in Alcatraz, 11 years in jail. But he didn't did his full entire 11 years in jail because he had syphilis. Died of syphilis, cardiac arrest. He died of. You guys know the story. Lucky Luciano died of a heart attack. Rest in peace to Lucky Luciano. Rest in peace to Al Capone. Always respect these heads. Always respect the old heads. Always respect the heads of the five families. I respect the heads of the five families. I do respect the mob. Do respect the Italian mob, and I do respect the Chinese mobs and all the gangster in Los Angeles. Respect, everybody. Respects, todo respeto. Straight up. So, peace out. Bye. Have a good day.